season of silence. Sometimes we're in a season of just sitting down and being quiet, and we get to be able to discern the season. Because if God is speaking and you over there, but he spoke over here, you didn't hear because you was out of place. And so when in that time where I wanted to leave, he said, I just need you to go to the waiting room.
The waiting room.
But they that wait, that's the waiting room. Right? That's the waiting room. And sometimes we get so anxious and we go to the receptionist and say, can I see the Lord? Can I see the Lord? And he'd be like, no. He in the room with somebody else, right? Can I see the Lord? He's like, no, I need you to go sit down. Right. The Bible said, be anxious for nothing, but in all things through prayer and supplication. Let your request be made known, right? He said, but sometimes we're so anxious to move. And God said, I need you to sit down because I need to talk to you. You don't want the word be like, let me holler at you. Right. I'd be like, let me holler at you. He said, because I have need of you. But the first thing I need you to do is understand that I need you to wait.
Woo! See, we got to learn how to wait. I mean, you know what, I'm so speechless right about now.
And you know what else?
Come on.
Not just waiting, because he said, if you're going to reign with me, if you're going to reign with me, you got to suffer, right? But we got to learn how to suffer well. You could suffer murmuring and complaining, but you got to learn how to suffer well.
Suffer well.
How do you suffer well? They don't teach us how to suffer well. We suffer and we complain.
Yes.
But we got to learn how to suffer well. But Brother James told us, he said, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith, our faith is on trial. The trying of our faith, it worketh patience. Work it patience. He said, but let patience have its perfect work.
That's right.
That you may be perfect. I mature you.
Yes.
Because if you're suffering well, I'm maturing you. You know, Apostle Paul said, when I was a child, I thought like a child, I understood like a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. The things that used to matter don't matter. And what I used to deem to be a priority is no longer a priority.
Right.
And when God began to mature us, and he said, you're suffering well because you're getting it. Why do we get it? He said, if any man lack wisdom, let him ask of the Lord, who give it to all men liberally, and upbraid not, and it should be given him. So wisdom is the pneuma intelligence of the Holy Ghost, because the Holy Ghost have intelligence. So pneuma means spirit or breath, the air or wind of the Holy Ghost. So it's the intelligence. He said, he that is spiritual, 1 Corinthians 2:15, he judgeth all things, but he himself is judge of no man. So if I'm learning how to suffer well, I'm learning how to judge my suffering based on the wisdom that God gives me. And then he tells me that the suffering of this present time is not worthy to be compared. How do you compare? With the glory. There's a glory that's going to be revealed. So I learned how to suffer well. To my point, when everything was taken away from Brother Job, family, children, yoke of oxen, she asses, his wife started tripping, right? The Bible declares he rent his clothes, he fell down, and he worshiped. To me, it sounded like he suffered well, because he understood that Jeremiah 29:11, this wasn't it. This can't be my expected end. So I'm going to learn how to suffer well, and I'm going to hold on, and I'm going to wait for my change to come.
Woo!
What I'm going through is not permanent. There should be glory after
the
this.
woman of God, I tell you all that she is saying some great things on the Women Recovery Radio Show on today. I mean, we have to learn how to suffer well. You know, when she mean by suffer well, she mean trusting God as you suffering, because it's a breakthrough. It's gonna come out your suffering. Suffering come with blessings. That's right. Suffering come with miracles. Enduring.
Persevering. Resilience.
You better come on here.
Said, only those who endure to the end. Those are people who are going to be saved. It don't say only those who kept their titles, who had the church, who spoke in